Hi. Well, we beat the final boss. What could possibly be left?
That's not even the final boss of Sonic Unleashed.
What could possibly be left?
Oh,
Well-
man, it's the big clock.
It's turning into a clock simulator.
A clock simulator?
Right. Well, you know how there's a lot of simulators are a big thing in video game world, right? Like there's
Right.
the goat one, there's the truck one, there's
There's the farming
there's
one.
the farming simulator. I like to play a little game where you pretend to cook, but you're not really cooking. You're just touching stuff. Man,
Right.
yeah, and so this is the clock simulator. It's simulating how you build a clock.
Oh.
I mean, have you ever just sat in a room and you looked over and you're like, wow, there's a grandfather clock. I wonder how that works.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is how it's built.
It's like PC building simulator.
Whoa, there's a PC building simulator?
There's two.
Whoa.
And they have DLC for additional brands.
Oh, that's crazy. I know there's
The world is a silly place.
a power wash simulator. You can clean everything.
You clean SpongeBob's house and that.
Whoa, I want to
great.
clean SpongeBob.
Well, I have the game for you.
Right.
I didn't get to put the last Chaos Emerald in. I'm sorry.
Oops. Right.
Oh, so we're done.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
you
Hi, guys.
6 o'clock. Right. Okay. So if you're SpongeBob, if
If
you're
I'm
if you're
SpongeBob,
playing Power Wash Simulator and you see SpongeBob and you just spray water at him, it just absorbs, right?
I presume he's not home in the DLC though. I think he's at work.
Oh, so you broke into his house to clean it? That's weird.
Oh, you're cleaning the outside.
Oh, you don't go inside?
No, of course
That's
not. you goof.
unfortunate because like Battle for Bikini Bottom, you get to go in his house.
That's why it's the best
Right.
game.
Game theory: the fire under Sonic there is the flame of Solaris.
Whoa!
This really is Mephiles' remains. Discuss.
All right. What is the
No.
wall though? Like, why is there a wall? What is the
Oh, that's the brick oven. We're about to
What
bake
was
a big
he
pizza.
What was he cooking?
He was cooking a very thin crust. Solaris enjoys thin crust pizza, with very
Oh.
thin old world pepperoni layered on top. Oh, this is the villain. This is
Oh, there's the bad
Ew,
guy.
he looks gross. I don't like it.
You want to avoid an embarrassing beatdown? You better give up now.
You're not enough
It's quite twitchy.
to command anything, you nasty little pincushion.
Sonic hits his head like, oh, what? It's Eggman? Oh, what?
Nobody calls me that anymore. If you would be so kind as to
nobody calls
Him?
me that anymore except my mother. Then Mama Robotnik calls and she's like, "Ah," and he's like,
Where's Mama Robotnik?
I guess he's part of a parallel universe, right?
Oh, remember that?
primordial form of this unique creation
Yeah. This is the moment when they go, hey, Sonic Colors, remember?
have never been able to master.
I guess it's colors.
Yeah.
I then had the brilliant idea to use my discovery
Yeah.
to undo
Bye, Orbot and Cubot.
They don't matter. It would have been funny if we never see them again, but we do.
Well, I mean, they literally only came back because Pontac and Graf loved them. Like, they were the ones that pushed for them to be in Lost World.
Oh, wow. I guess Pontac and Graf are the worst writers then.
Hey!
David. Wow. What's so bad about Orbot and Cubot?
Well, they got one aspect to them, and that's their shape. They
I
should.
mean, I think I think that they're better than. I mean, they're like only slightly worse than Scratch and Grounder, but they're better than everybody else, every other like duo, Eggman duo.
but they're not
I'm
better.
not going to sit here and sing them praises to high heaven, but they're not so bad that they make them the worst writers ever. I mean, come on.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
Oh,
considering
okay.
how like
Well, that's
limited,
true.
considering how limited they are with so much of their writing stuff, the fact that like it's clear that Orbot and Cubot were like the most thing they're passionate about. It's like, oh hey, I can almost kind of wonder what would have happened if they were given more freedom into a project.
Orbot and Cubot would have been the final boss of this game. They'd be like, you left us in outer space. So he took over the Time Eater who
I'll put that.
shoots his arms through portals?
I'll put that in the rewrite.
Oh, right, the rewrite. Oh.
I'm all of a sudden
They got-
very excited at Orbot and Cubot existing if they become the final villain in this game.
They got beat down real easy here.
There is that issue of the Sonic X comic where what is it? Bokun takes control of like an Eggman robot and like takes Eggman's place. So like Eggman has to like team up with Sonic in order to break back in, and Boko and Deco are like taking control of Eggman's facility, trying to like attack them. So it's like, oh, they're kind of like the bad guys in that issue.
Are Boko and
They are insignificant.
Deku the worst pairs, or is it? Or Sleet and wait,
Sleet and Dingo are the worst.
Sleet and Dingo.
Oh,
we did a whole tier list. Who was where?
Oh, let's go pull that up. Where did we put him?
I don't remember. Okay.
Oh, let's look at the image on the Discord. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for me, personally, at least with Sleet and Dingo, I remember one of them is Maurice LaMarche. With Boku and Doko, or whatever the hell, I don't remember a single attribute about them other than they're in some other anime first.
That's true.
Like, that's it.
Right.
I don't remember anything about those guys.
The third one is more interesting.
The third one.
You know, the one who shows Boku.
Little bomb guy. Yeah, little bomb guy.
Yeah, who shows up and is like, I've got a
yeah.
message. That's all you needed. Boku and Deku, they don't do anything, right? They just exist. It's Sonic X. It's whatever. Orbot and
What's Sonic
Cubot
X?
are fine. Like, in Sonic Boom, they make sense. They make way more sense, I think, in Boom. They have 2 lines and forces, and they have 1 line and force.
Yeah, there's a line and a react from Cubot, and that's it.
That's it.
He goes, aha! And that's literally all he says in that game.
Right, and neither of them are in Frontiers.
Kind of a shame, really.
They're mentioned?
They are mentioned because Sage is like, wait, do I have siblings? And Eggman's like,
If you read the prequel comic, you've met them, Sage. And you're like, oh yeah, the prequel comic.
They are in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so give them a little more credit, David.
They're here to stay, David.
they're here to stay. What if
Like-
Scratch and Grounder showed up and
Well, then Pinball's canon,
What?
because they're in Pinball, right?
I mean, Scratch is. I don't remember Grounder being in Spinball.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Right. Well, I clearly.
So see how much I played it.
That's what we should play right now.
Boko and Deco and Sleet and Dingo are both in D, but Sleet and Dingo are underneath Boko and Deco.
Okay, that makes sense.
We gotta redo this.
Where's Orbot and Cubot?
I remember
I think we put them in.
we put Orbot pretty
Orbot
high
B?
up, but Cubot we put low because we didn't like the dumb voice gimmick.
All right, Cubot sucks. Orbot's where it's at.
Yeah, I think
I mean, for as much as I'll speak up for them, yeah, Cubot does just kind of have one trick that one time, and then he just kind of exists after that.
yeah,
Right.
Orbot is in the middle of B. Cubot is a high D, just right above Boko and Deco.
Man, break the fourth wall here. We recorded that a week ago, and I've already forgotten most of it.
It
I mean,
was
the only reason I'm literally just looking at the tier list right now. That's the only reason why.
oh right. I
Chris, you
guess
don't
they're-
remember the placement of all 500 characters?
I don't. I thought I was better than this.
Wait, who is an S? Who's the best one?
Also, I'm glad I'm not looking at the game right now because I hate this is the worst Sonic boss fight to me. In all, it's just it sucks, but it's also the fact that it's in this game makes it hurt even more.
Look at how much fun I was having, though.
This boss
Can't you tell?
is bad. This boss is not good. It's broken. Like, it's sort of broken, right?
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Also,
The number
you're
one
doing
character ever was
you're
Big
doing
the
way
Cat.
better than I did. Like it takes me like 8 minutes to beat this damn thing, and you're like almost about to beat it. So
Right. Are you gonna get
gaming.
the achievement where you don't get hit? Or have you gotten hit? I don't.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Orbot's slender curves. I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
and also the best characters in the tier list are classic Sonic, all the classic, modern, AOSTH, and Boom Eggman, Gamma, Shadow, Sage, the
Hey,
Chow.
spoilers. Some people may not have watched all 8 hours.
That's right. You gotta wait.
You asked for who was the best.
Well, I guess I was
David.
asking who's the very top? Who is number one?
Oh, look how
Yeah,
cool they
it's
look,
classic
though.
Sonic and classic Sonic and classic Eggman are
Oh wow, that was expected.
perfect.
I
You
mean,
did it. You got
you know.
an S. Wow, look at those clouds. Those clouds look great.
Oh, thanks.
Look at that chili
We're
dog.
back.
Hi,
Time travel.
Steven.
Time travel.
Steven, what's your favorite part of time travel?
Oh, none of it. I don't like it in any plot.
Does that mean you hate Back to the Future?
Back to the Future. Back to the Future is more of a comedy. So, like, I guess when you're doing time travel in a comedy, it's fine because it's like, hey, don't think about it. We're having fun. So it's fine.
Oh, so you also love Hot Tub Time Machine?
I've never seen that.
Some people may call this a comedy, but I'd call it a tragedy.
I'm just not a fan of time travel. Like, people always do it wrong, or like it doesn't make sense, or
Great teaming up with
I don't know.
Have you ever seen Primer?
tricks that'll help you out.
It's overused. No, I haven't seen Primer.
Primer is like it's an indie film from the mid 2000s. That's like probably the best and most famous for like deconstructing the logistics of time travel in a quote unquote realistic way.
Sweet. And you're only gonna get
right, they
I
get
like the way they do time travel in Prisoner of Azkaban. I feel like that's like one of the best examples I've seen of time travel.
right because they save the bird.
No, because it's in a circle.
Oh,
They're- They don't realize that the things that happened were because of them doing those things already.
And then you have like the end game approach, which is just straight up okay. They're literally just alternate universes. You travel back in time, it's an alternate universe. It's like you can do stuff, but it's not going to change the future. So it's like that stuff like that works because it's like you're not really you're kind of traveling through time, but you're technically not.
David, do you like time travel?
yeah, I do. Man, if I could time travel, I could time travel to when this bottle was still full.
And enjoy it all over again.
But then you'd be taking the wine from the other David.
Oh, but I would be experiencing it right now, so it'd be fine. Or if I went back in time and it was
What would happen to hour ago, David?
he probably would have been talking about the canon and the lore and being like Sonic Generations, really missed certain aspects.
Be
like,
too drunk to realize there's another David in the room taking his wine bottle.
We get comments being like, "Oh, the FTCR multiverse! If only we could peer into the alternate dimension where David was on topic. We must make a time
That's
machine."
right.
The alternate dimension where Gareth isn't dead.
Oh man! Right in a parallel universe, Gareth is still in charge, and
There's a
I'm
parallel
probably not
universe where-
here.
There's one where Intom is in this call right now.
Whoa! There was probably an alternate version where Gareth left and Thorn. What's his name?
Thorn. Or Thorn is Thorn still here?
Oh man, I miss Thorn on FTCR. Classic.
Torch. That's his name.
No, he's Thorn.
He's Thorn, right? Like the comic Rosenthorn. You're familiar with Rosenthorn, right?
You keep mentioning him in this, and by keep I mean twice. Steven, did you ever meet Torch?
Yeah, I met him in person.
Okay, there's
Whoa.
someone in FTCR who has met one of the people. Okay, that's good, because I have no idea who it is. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I mean,
Gareth's friend who have moved to Australia and then,
Got a life, I guess.
yeah, I guess so.
he moved to Australia. A lot of things happen in Australia.
Oh yeah?
I once Sega World Sydney was there.
Wait, what did you once
Okay.
do though?
Well, one time Princess Sally was part of Sega World Sydney, and she was like, "Hi, we're in Australia," and she sang a love ballad to Sonic, and it was very romantic, but it was also a puppet show. It was so beautiful. I cried. I don't think I've ever cried to it. Actually, I think it's a really bad song.
How is there a part 8, Chris?
Well, I mean, you want to find out?
Oh, did you unlock anything? Wait, or did you just do the rest of the missions? Oh, there's so many options.
Oh gosh, well let me tell you, it's not as good as either of those guesses.
Oh no. Wait, then what is it?
Well, I mean,
It's
gosh,
a
I don't want to
secret.
spoil it.
We gotta
Yeah,
find
you're right.
out.
I mean,
There's
hell,
a
there's still
lot of-
6 minutes of this part, baby.
There's a lot of credits here. I'm going to say this right now. The medley of these songs, they shouldn't be in the order that they were in the game. They should be in the order that makes the most sense musically. Because, like, the other Sonic medleys from 1 and 2, like, they're what work musically. And I really feel like...
And sometimes included the 2-player music for no reason.
Yeah, it's fine. And also I think it's really I think it sort of throws it off that there are vocals in this medley because most of the songs don't have vocals. But then when you get like, "Oh yeah, hey, set me escape." Like, yeah, it's cool. I like those words, but I already heard those words. They're out of place in a medley that's 90% instrumental.
You tell him,
Don't-
David.
Don't put words in it. Do just the instrumental bit of City Escape. Have it make sense. This medley is not as good as it should be. I'm sorry, Sonic Generations, but you did something wrong.
It's additionally weird because like they didn't just play
Lawrence
the original
Welk.
tracks. Like
What?
these are new mixes of the songs, right? It's like
Yeah.
the work was put in, just not to David's taste, I guess, is probably the.
No, I would have rearranged it. I feel like at one point I figured out the order I think would work the best, but I do not remember what that order was.
Wow,
this was
you've
back
thought
in-
about this.
I did think about it. I mean, this was back in 2011 when this game was new, and I'm like, oh wow, this game is really short. There should have been like more levels and more Sonic, more plot, more cutscenes, more better stuff, more like in DLC
Right.
as well. This game really feels like it should have been. I think the issue is that this game was
Right.
released after Unleashed, and because Unleashed felt like the last like AAA Sonic budget for a long time. Even though it probably didn't cost as much to make than 06, but it still kind of felt like, hey, it's ambitious. There's the hub worlds. There's all this other stuff going on. Like they put in a lot of time and effort, and Generations does feel like we're scaling back. Maybe not as scaled back as Colors, but in some ways, maybe even more scaled back than Colors. And
Well, maybe
and so
that's the
because
thing. They scaled
they
back
didn't-
by making 2 games instead of 1.
oh, then that was a mistake then.
Like maybe there's
Okay,
a world where no colors means that higher budget generations. You know.
I mean, maybe higher budget Generations would have been, but then that higher budget Generations wouldn't have had colors, so that means it would have had found a 9th level. Although then maybe
Wow.
they wouldn't have stuck so close to the 333.
They'd have
So
to
maybe
check
we
under
would've
the
got-
couch cushions for another Sonic game.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it. Oh man, maybe we've gotten a free riders level in here. Right, there's no riders representation. Jet the Hawk is on the floor. He's not part of Sonic's
He's on
celebration
the
of love.
floor.
He's face down.
Because
I think
Jet
he might
as
have,
a hawk, I'll ratty a neck.
he might have had a bit too much wine. Yeah. So
You're going hard on Sonic Generations.
I know, which is
gosh.
funny because I really enjoy this game. I think it's fun to play. I think like the levels are really fun to go through. Like they do a
As a
lot
sober
with what.
bystander,
They
I
have?
was just admiring how quickly you went from "oh, this credits medley could be better" to "well, everything about this game needed more money."
It did need more money though, and I think that's part of it. Like if there was more money, then they could have put in more level. Hey, this is footage from old games. All of it was footage from old games, but now we
yeah,
got
right.
CG. That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that. Because there's no CG from Sonic 1, because there's no CG for Sonic 1.
Those are his
Maybe-
greatest hits. That's what he remembers. Happy birthday, Sonic.
People shouted
Happy Earth
that.
Day.
That was at Sonic Boom, wasn't it? The 2011 Sonic Boom.
Didn't Gareth say
No,
he
no,
was in there?
that was the 2014 one.
Oh, retroactively. Oh, I
Every
just
time
missed
those question marks come up, I always think like, wait, is there another stage?
Oh,
No, there's
a
not.
secret
but-
level? Yeah, no.
a secret level would be cool. They tricked you. Maybe if you press start, you can control one of them.
Eggman
just-
bitch slap simulator. You choose
Oh,
classic or modern and just assault the other Eggman.
Oh, maybe it's bringing back Straight Line Zone.
Oh.
Right. There's a ROM hack. I don't remember who made it. But there is a level in it called Straight Line Zone, and it is just literally a straight line in a white background, and you run forward until you hit the end. It is, I guess, satire on Sonic level structure at the time, but...
Mm.
Oh, see, this is why Classic Eggman doesn't remember the events of the game, because he dedicated himself to forgetting about us, and then when he went back in time, it doesn't matter, and especially because the events of Sonic Mania are not important to the events of this game.
Uh-huh.
Split timeline bad.
How are you, David?
Well, there is no split timeline now anyway, right? Classic Sonic is once again the past of Sonic the Hedgehog, because I think it just makes more sense in a simplistic manner, even if there's still some issues that people have. Wow, you get a
Hey.
custom skill Super Sonic. That's great.
Maybe we'll check that out next time.
Oh,
Spoilers!
I get it. I don't get it. Okay, where does this game go on the tier list of characters?
Let's open it up and look.